Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Extreme Mediocrity Sports Show. As always, I'm Koby. I got Mike with me, man. How we doing?
Hey man, we finally made it. We finally made it to week one.
NFL season is right around the corner. We have
hmm
a Thursday night matchup with the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles, and then a Friday night matchup with the Chargers and the Chiefs. And we're going to get into both of those games a little bit, maybe some predictions, some stats from last year. And man, I'm
Best time of
ready.
the year, man.
I'm ready.
Yeah. Hey man, first we got the Cowgirls, Cowboys
Oh,
going against the Eagles, Super Bowl champions. Um, this is going to be, division rival games are always close. They're always tough games. Um, and definitely, Cowboys have their new head coach,
hmm
Schottenheimer, coming in. He'll have a lot to prove in this game. What do you see about him? He spent the last two seasons as their OC.
hmm
Looked like good old Jared Jones just said, "Hey, you
yeah.
know,
I mean, just based on what we're seeing here, I mean, 24 years of NFL coaching experience is like nothing to like really like turn your cheek to.
hmm
But I mean, being a offensive coordinator is, and then the big jump to head coach.
hmm
I don't know off the top of my head like how successful coaches have been in doing so. Well, like Kevin Stefanski, he took that happened with him from the Vikings to the Browns, and
hmm
I don't know. I mean, the Cowboys are in a tough spot right now. Uh, Dak missed 8 games last year.
hmm
So I mean, so he
yeah,"
was
and that's
limited last year, and you never know how these guys are going to bounce back.
right. And this is just stats from when they actually had a full DAC, during
hmm
the regular season, and it shows what he's capable of if he
Sure.
stays healthy. Yes, he only played 8 games, and he, is, could be injury prone at this point, but if he could stay healthy, Cowboys could be pretty scary this season.
Yeah, I think with bringing in George Pickens this year, opposite of CD Lamb, I think I think the Cowboys are tailored right now to kind of uh, designed to win shootouts.
hmm
Obviously, we talked about it last episode. Micah Parsons not being there, that's going to that's a big hit on that defense.
hmm
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
they definitely had a lot of turnover this season. Micah being traded, Lawrence going to the Seahawks, and then like you said, Pickens coming in. But I mean, yeah, they may have a good offense, but that defense is questionable.
yeah, and I think with the offensive weapons that the Eagles have, with I mean, you start right there in the middle with Hurts and Barkley.
hmm
Barkley had uh, a tremendous season last year. He's the number one player in the NFL right now, according to the rankings.
hmm
They didn't they didn't lose any weapons. I know they lost some offensive linemen, but that Eagles offense is just going to be too much for that Cowboys defense. And the Eagles defense is no slouch either.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, Saquon is. I mean, he was, one of the best players last year, if not the best. He'll definitely be a handful for the Cowboys. And plus, I mean, when you give up a player like Micah, yes, they got the return back a D tackle, which he was okay. He is a Pro
Sure.
Bowl player, but um, the middle of that defense and that D line is questionable right now. So it is something we can kind of look at and see how they hold up against Saquon.
Yeah.
As
2,500 rush yards last year. I mean, that's
yeah,
and he can do a little bit of everything. I mean, he's perfectly fine catching the ball out of the backfield. At
hmm
anytime he touches the ball, there's a chance for a highlight or a big play or just something that just makes you be like, this dude is just not like the other running backs in the league right now.
Right. And, of course, when you have a Saquon on your team, it just helps out all the other positions. It helps out the passing game with the play action.
Yep.
Um, now your wide receivers are probably one-on-one going down the field. You got, two of the best, one of the best wide receiver duos in the league. So, having a good run game, their O-line is stout. I mean,
Hmm.
having a good run game, starting off with that and then feeding off, playing off of that. It might be tough for the Cowboys defense, but again, I think early on Cowboys may just be relying on those type of shootouts and staying in the game and maybe pulling something out at the end. But uh,
Yeah.
and just because without a good pass rush, I mean, right now the pass rush is questionable, but with them having two decent corners
Hmm.
with Diggs and Bland, I mean, if without a pass rush, those corners are, probably won't hold up long. So,
Yeah. I mean, and that's two good corners for Dallas going against Devontae Smith and AJ Brown on the outside there. I mean,
right.
I think anytime these two teams match up, that's always going to be something to look into and see how that pans out for them.
Right. So, I mean, with Dak coming off of, that injury plague season where he only played the 8 games, how do you think he'll come out in this game, against the Eagles?
I think we're going to have to see some vintage Dak here. He's going to have to be the gunslinger we talked about from the 2023 season.
Hmm.
We mentioned Pickens is there now alongside Lamb, and I think
Hmm.
game script is gonna have them trailing this game. I,
Hmm.
I, I mean, it's gonna be kind of just throw him into the fire. There's really no tiptoeing into this season. I mean, he's gonna have to come out throwing, and I mean, it's the NFL. Games can go anyway, but I mean, he's gonna have to be in tip-top form early on, I think, for them to have a chance.
Yeah, I agree. And even though their running game may not be, their bread and butter right now, I know they didn't really have a running game last year. I think it's still important for them to still try to establish the run,
Hmm.
just to keep the Eagles defense honest. And, hopefully that could open up some things in the passing game with Pickens and, CD. But hey, we'll have to see about that. It's a lot of question marks when it comes to the Cowboys right now, especially with that defense. Eagles, everybody is kind of saying that they're, the top team, but maybe Cowboys can shock us with that one.
I mean, that'd be a hell of a statement to start the
Hmm.
year. So
Hmm. Yeah, so we will see. And I know you had a pick that you put out yesterday as far as that game.
I did. I, j- I just don't see this game being close. I placed the bet for Eagles -10, and like just talking about it right now, like I like them minus like 13 and a half. Like I don't
Mm,
I just don't see this game being close. You
hmm.
talked about like Dallas trying to establish the run. The Eagles'
Hmm.
defensive line is no joke. And then
Hmm.
he had the two rookies last year with Cooper DeJean and what was his name? Quinion Mitchell, I think.
Yep.
Both
Hmm.
rookies, both great
Shut down.
seasons. I mean,
Yeah.
they're only getting better. I
Hmm.
I don't know. I just think it's because if you're a Cowboys fan, you might just not, just look away. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
think
yeah.
it's gonna be good.
Yeah. I'm always hoping for like the underdog to kind of, shock us and surprise us.
Yeah.
But I'm just hoping that maybe I may place a bet where they maybe cover because I think now it is 7.5.
Hmm.
Maybe they'll try to cover and they maybe lose by 7. But yeah, it's definitely gonna be. But and also, I mean, it is a division game. And even
Sure.
though Eagles blew them out twice last year by over I think 20 points both
Yeah.
games. Maybe this game will be different and they keep this game close. I don't see it, Maybe it'll
Yeah,
be close early in the first half, and then the second half is a runaway. But we'll see. I'm just glad to have football back
yeah. And
at this
with you
point.
being a Commanders fan, like this is your like, I think you would like to see the Eagles start with a loss.
Exactly.
Like,
I would want to see the Cowboys win, even though I don't like, even mentioning that name. But yeah, I definitely would like to see the Eagles take a loss because we have to face them twice in like the last 3 weeks of the season.
hmm
So, if they can get a L in the division early on,
yeah,
that'd be good for us. So yeah, we'll see. And we may be live for that game also. Stay tuned for that.
hmm
And we will might be live for that one. But next, heading into Friday,
another division matchup.
another division matchup. It'll be Chiefs versus Chargers in Brazil. So that'll be a big game. So, but not a home field advantage for anyone, particularly. But yeah, what do you see? Going into this game.
Well, there for a while, it looks like history is repeating itself, and the Chiefs are 3-point favorites heading into that game,
Hmm.
and I didn't really see any improvements on the Chiefs in the offseason. You lose Rashee Rice for I think the first 6 games.
Hmm.
Travis Kelsey was more in the headlines for Taylor Swift than he was in like in the stat books.
Hmm.
Uh, I, I think the Chargers are going to make a nice division statement here on Friday, and I think they pull out a win.
Hmm.
I think uh, with with them taking a running back in the first round and and bringing in Harris, I think they're going to try to be a run first team this year.
Hmm.
Kind of wear down defenses. And then you have Quentin Johnson and Keenan Allen back, and I don't know. I think a good run game can open it up for these other guys.
Yeah, I agree. I think we're used to the Chiefs being that dominant team that, just automatically, is going, right them in for the playoffs, right them to go deep into the playoffs. And they were a Super Bowl contender last year. But I hope that this is the year where the Chargers can really make that push and really, compete with the Chiefs in that division. The Chargers look good. I mean, they should have a good running game with Harris and a rookie running back. And with Herbert, hopefully he can take a next step up. It seems like he can always make it to like the first round of the playoffs and then,
Yeah,
doesn't, he looks like a shell of himself when he gets to the playoffs. But hopefully they can this will be the year where they can actually um take it to the Chiefs and actually, really have it be a competitive division and not just the Chiefs, locking it up. I know the
hmm
Broncos is right there with them, but this should be a fun game. And, I know Jim Harbaugh, he's not gonna, just stand to be number 2 or 3 for too long. So hopefully they can
yeah.
compete better with the Chiefs.
And I think this is going to be the breakout year that everyone has been hoping for Justin Herbert.
Hmm.
I mean, looking at his stats from last year, 3,800 yards, 23 touchdowns. I mean, that could be higher, but 3 interceptions last year. So, I mean, he's not turning the ball over. And I think with this being a run first team now, I think this is going to eventually open up the pass game. And I think we're going to finally see him take it up to the next level. I'm not saying he's going to, an MVP caliber season, but
Hmm.
he's definitely going to start making his move up the rank, like the QB rankings.
Hmm. Yeah, I agree. And I mean, and the improved run game should help also with him as well. They shouldn't have to rely on him as much, and they can play off of the pass and I mean off the run and actually get some easier passes. Maybe some of the receivers can be more open. Um, so and hopefully even tire down that Chiefs defense. I mean, their defense was really good last year, tops in the league. Hopefully running the ball early against that Chiefs defense. I mean, um, you know, Chris Jones, he'll have to really, be ready for this game because I'm sure the Chargers are really gonna, try to run the ball,
Yeah.
at him early. So I think it'll be closer than what a lot of people think. I think it'll be a close game and maybe even a low scoring game also.
Yeah, it seemed last year with Mahomes not really having his best stuff, Travis Kelsey not having his best stuff, that the defense really did carry the Chiefs for the success they did have.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I know.
we talked
No,
about
go ahead.
Herbert having 3,800 yards, 23 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. I mean, Mahomes
Mm-hmm.
was right around the same, 3,900 yards, 26 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. So
Mm-hmm.
you can even make the argument that the Chiefs defense was the star, like the star of the team last year, and not the Mahomes making headlines every single week. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean last year's matchups, I mean, as we see, like both of those games were, 9 points, one
yeah,
game's 2-score game,
mm-hmm.
next game just a touchdown. So and then even the other games, 3-3, 6-6-3. So I think this will definitely be a close game. And I think the games last year, one of the games like 17-10,
Yeah.
the other one wasn't a shootout. So I think this will be, around the same and definitely a close, maybe within a score game.
Yeah, I think uh, two division uh, two divisional football games to kick off the season, Thursday night, Friday night.
Hmm.
Seems like we've been talking about the preseason for about a month and a half now,
Yeah,
and
it's
we're
good to actually get to some real meaningful football finally.
yeah. So we will definitely be tuning into that.
So since these two games won't be in our big weekly pick episode that's coming out later this week. First with the Eagles and Cowboys, you already told us with that pick that you had, but
Give me the
you
Eagles
know,
by a million.
give you the Eagles by a million, and I mean we definitely cover why it just doesn't look good for the Cowboys in that game. I agree with you. I am going with the Eagles in that game. Um, I am going to probably pick the Cowboys to cover. I think it's going to be close divisional game, but definitely Eagles are going to win that one. Um, and then what do you think about the Chiefs and Chargers? No home field advantage for anybody. Game is in Brazil. How do you see it going?
Well, with this game not being in the States, this might be the first time the Chiefs haven't had the refs in their pocket.
Yeah,
That that's always
good
seemed to
point.
be like it was always whoever versus refs every single time you played the Chiefs.
Oh my goodness.
And,
Something
and
happens and the call is overturned.
yeah, and
A flag comes in from the stands.
yeah, and you don't ever want to say like all the refs cost whoever the game, but man, you
Mhm.
look back at some of those games and it's like something's up there. It's like they were really trying to push for the Chiefs to be the next
Yeah,
big thing. But
it always seemed to go their way.
but with that being said, give me Justin Herbert and the Chargers.
Mm,
I think
okay, okay.
I think it'll be a close game. I could see it being anywhere from a 6 to 10 point victory. But yeah, give me the Chargers to get things started there.
Hey man, we are thinking alike tonight. I love that pick also. I'm going with the Chargers. I'm gonna give you a score prediction. I'm going with 24-20 Chargers. I think it's gonna be a close game, but yeah, I think 20 around 24-20, 23-20. That's what I'm going with. But yeah, I have the Chargers also.
Yeah, I think if the Chargers are able to put up about 24 points on the Chiefs defense, that should be
Hmm.
enough to get it done.
Hmm.
But we'll
Yeah, I
see.
agree.
And like you mentioned it, we have a big picks episode coming out later this week.
Yep, should be dropping Friday.
Yeah, I'm excited to get into that. Like, because we kind of have to find an identity of, do I just go chalk and try to get the win, or do we have to make some bold picks to try to take advantage of an upset? I
Oh
I love
yeah,
these
we'll
types of scenarios.
Yeah, we'll definitely have our extreme mediocre bullish type of picks and actually go with some of those underdogs, but yeah, definitely can't wait to get into that. It's going to be a big episode that is going to drop on Friday. So yeah, that is a big episode that we're looking forward to. And yeah, and I believe we should be going live either should do Cowboys Eagles game, but um, yeah, definitely Cowboys Eagles game will be on for sure.
Yeah, it would be nice to be able to go live for everybody on Sunday as well. I know Browns versus Bengals is a 1 o'clock game, and then the
Hmm.
Commanders game is a 4 o'clock game. So we could just clear the whole schedule, and
Yeah,
we could just
that's
uh, go back to back games.
yeah. Or let us know. We could do an early like pre-show. Just talking about all the games before they get started. Going back over our picks that we drop on Friday. Um, so yeah, just definitely let us know in the comments of what you want to see on Sunday.
Yeah, and as always, make sure to check out all of our other channels and pages, the TikTok, the Instagram. We'll be going live on Twitch. Just anything you guys can do to show us some support would mean the world to us.
Yeah, definitely keep supporting the channel. Definitely like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend. Yeah, and just keep supporting the channel and let us know what you want to hear from us.
See you guys.
Until next time, see you.